Hey guys, what is going on, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about upgrading your electric dirt bike. Specifically, is it even worth doing so anymore? I'm sure most of you guys are aware that there are tons of riders out there that will dump thousands of dollars into their builds, myself included. But the reason that I ask myself this question is because with this day and age, there are so many electric dirt bikes. There's so many that came out last year and that are coming out this year, built for every style of riding. And they all perform almost exactly how a cheaper electric dirt bike performs after you upgrade it and after you put all this money into it. And they're usually about the same price, maybe a little bit cheaper. So that's what we're going to be talking about today, guys. Is it still worth it to build an electric dirt bike, or should you just buy the fancy one? Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let's get into it. First of all, guys, this single track just opened up and it's like 2 miles away from my house and I'm in love with it. It's right smack dead in the middle of my town, so the only way that I'm able to ride here is because I'm on an electric dirt bike, which is another topic I want to get into in another video. Is I don't think a lot of people realize how many doors having an electric dirt bike open. I ride this track at 10 o'clock at night with my light on, and I'm right now I'm at dinner time and I'm right in the middle of the town. But that's a topic for another video. In today's video, we're going to talk about mods. So, should you upgrade or should you just buy? There's going to be people down in the comments saying that you should just buy a new bike outright, and then there's going to be a lot of people that say you should buy a cheaper bike and upgrade it. It's better. And I think that there's points on both sides of the aisles for this argument, but I'm going to say, in my experience these days, I would honestly just buy a nicer bike outright instead of upgrading your bike. Because like I said previously, they make really compelling electric dirt bikes now for every single style of riding. And the best example I can give to this is the Sur-Ron Ultra B. It just came out this year, and in my opinion, it is the most compelling bike, electric bike, on the market right now. Because the Ultra B is the bike that everyone tries to build when they buy an electric dirt bike. And the perfect example of this is the bike that I'm riding right now in this video. It's a 100% upgraded Talaria Sting from stock, and it is pretty much the same exact specs as the Ultra B comes standard. It's running at 12 kilowatts, it has a 72 volt battery in it, it's got a high power motor in it, but I had to do all these upgrades myself, where the Sur-Ron Ultra B just comes like that standard. Because they make so many good bikes that are just ready to go right out of the box. Not to mention that the Sur-Ron Ultra B comes out at a mind-blowing price point. For reference, I have about $11,000 into my bike right now, including the bike, and it's at the same level as the Ultra B. But the Ultra B retails for $6,500, which is like 40% cheaper than what I had to do to this bike, and I had to do all the work myself to this bike. So it's kind of obvious when you step back and think about it. And there are other examples of this. There's several bikes, like I said. I'll put a lot of them down in the description if you want to check them out. But it's just, the Ultra B is the perfect example of why it's not really necessary anymore to buy a bike and upgrade it. Because you used to have to do that to have a really powerful electric bike. But they make a lot of powerful electric bikes now, so. Now, with all that being said, if you want to take the hard road and you want to buy and build up one of these electric dirt bikes, there is an incredible amount of benefits that come with doing so. For one, most of these upgraded bikes have more than double the range as any electric bike would come standard normally. My Talaria Sting has a lot more range than the Ultra B. Also, since the bike is upgraded, I can change the power levels to whatever I want. Right now I have it set like an Ultra B, but it can go much higher, I can turn it down, I can adjust the torque, I can adjust the top speed, everything. This build is also about 20 pounds lighter than the Ultra B, so it's also a lot easier to whip around, especially on single track. But even with all those extra perks, I believe that the most beneficial thing about upgrading your electric dirt bike is learning the technology of the bike. Learning your bike inside and out is priceless. The world is transitioning into EVs, and an electric dirt bike is a perfect playground for a lot of people to learn the technology of the future. Knowing your bike inside and out on the trail is priceless from my experience. If something breaks on my bike, I do not sweat it. I have torn my bike apart piece by piece. I know everything about the bike. I know how the batteries work, how the controller works, how the motors run. When you know the bike you're riding, everything that goes into it, how it works, even how it's supposed to sound. And that kind of information really makes you a better rider. And I have never once regretted upgrading one of these bikes. With that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. What side of the aisle are you on? Let me know down in the comments. Hope you guys enjoyed that video, and I will see you in the next one.